All right, Grinks. All right, we'll go on to messages into the Q&A. All right, blessings. Grinks. This is Archangel Azrael. Grinks. Yes, your year is technically in some ways your next year is starting up in some form or another. So you're seeing agendas, especially in the political range, kind of getting an early start. And the weather has a lot to do with it too, bringing in timelines, and clearing out frustrations. And that's not over yet. Of course, it might be more snowfall, things like that, but it's just that it's like some people are already in the future, already into next year already. They're already fearing it, or they're whatever it might be, their agendas. So you're already seeing remnants. Every time they bring up next year, they're already there in some form or another. It's something to keep in mind, because some are actually kind of done with this year and really ready to start the next. So it should be fascinating on your side, and just you're going to see possibly parallel realities. This one, another one, multiple realities too, depending on who you are. So this. Brings you with the energies from Venus. Send you healing, great healing. As it's the feminine frequencies, of course, may on other worlds difficulties also the feminine energy, but it has been suppressed on other planets, as some of you might remember, and of course on this planet. And so when it finally gets power, it doesn't know what to do with itself. It's just seeing a great deal of that, and almost acting like a masculine energy and going after everybody. So it still has not healed just yet. Basically, working on a balance, but will take time. Basically, more, and that's when you can say that's when your world becomes more of a balanced planet, when the male and female finally get along with each other without all the violence that's happening on the world. So that's why it's one way of indicating where your world is going. It's like a measurement, you could say. So. See, blessings. Brings you. We're the Syrian beings. We are actually the elephant consciousness. And yes, we have a great amount of wisdom connected to your world. And we're just basically here to anchor your earth and just what it do, what it must do. Not to judge, but we feel like our energies are needed here, especially with the reptilian presence. It's one of the reasons why we're here, and also the rhinoceros is here, because we have a lot of similarities between each other. It just basically kind of protect your world as you go through these life changes. Of course, it might not be many people are talking to an elephant being very often. Well, some do, not often, but the idea is just for our presence to be here overall. We don't have to be the most complicated beings. Of course, there's plenty of worlds where we are complicated, but in this one, the idea is to keep it as simple as possible, but basically just being guardians of the planet. We're here to also answer your questions whenever you're ready.
Hello, blessings. Greetings, Syrian elephants.
Greetings.
Thank you for coming in. Just for our knowledge, what dimension are you coming in from?
The fourth and fifth dimension.
All right, very cool. All right, thank you again. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Hey there, guys. Greetings. My first question is, what is my connection to you or our connection?
Yours is mostly the feline energies. It feels like there's still a great deal. There's still healing from that. But yes, you've connected to the Elephant Man on other realities, but I feel like you just have still the feeling that's going on, what I can see. So it just seems like there's still a lot of complications there.
Oh, would you answer that in my second question, maybe, if it's possible it can be said in the public?
Mm. I'll see what I can. They don't seem to be wanting to speak.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
I can ask another question for my second question. Do you have any messages for me? Anything might be open there.
There is a connection with the rhinoceros beings that are connected to war planets. I feel like it did help heal a lot of those energies, and that's part of the feline energy brought to war planets, basically. That was one of your aspects that you brought with you. So, especially as an animal being with some kind of looks like it's a weapon. It usually comes from some kind of chaotic planet at one time. So, blessings.
Cool. Nice info. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, we got Hudia.
Hi, greetings, Syrians, elephants.
Greetings.
Do you have any message from you to me on my 3D life?
Just take things simple. I mean, you're just you as like a Hathor being, a being that sings. I'm not sure if you're singing in this reality, but I do see you in other realities as a singer. So you just bring that harmonic energy with you, especially with your family's energy. That's one of the reasons you came here, is just the vibration you bring to this world.
Oh, nice. Thank you. For my second question, I have this friend of mine I had for many years. Her name is Stephanie. What is my connection to her?
Oh, just Egyptian energy. She's been a twin sister in previous lifetimes. She's just been a trusting soul overall.
Yeah. Thank you very much from you guys.
Yes.
Blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Up next, we got Steven.
Hello, elephants.
Yes, greetings.
Much love. Thank you. Greetings. Thanks for being here. I would love. I know that I have a connection with y'all, and just would love any info of my history with y'all, the connections, and any messages. Thank you.
Well, it seems like one of the reasons you came here was your connections to the dragons, because it seems like they need all the help they can get. There's the heavy consciousness that's here. The elephant energy, there is some of that. Even in prehistoric times, in the Ice Age, you're connected to elephants at that time. I believe also you were a human during those times too. So, but as for the dragon frequency, I feel like you just combine your energy with it to deal with the current environment here. So, blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. Second is if you could connect with my higher self and see if they have any message updates, what I'm going through, astral and everything. Thank you.
I don't know, they show you around a lot of what do they call it? Short people or short elf people. There's a lot of them around you. There's some elite energies you deal with, like some powerful beings that are controlling this reality, but you're usually around the elemental energies. Similar to like a Lord of the Rings situation, it seems. It's like that's kind of the realms that you're usually in. And there's someone in a castle. It's not exactly the most positive, but it's like the elemental frequencies what you're around. So blessings.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
All right, thank you. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello, greetings. My first question is, why are my bookings for my job so low this week?
That's the economy.
Okay. It's nothing to do with me.
No.
Okay. All right. My next question is, do you recommend that I start making a massage therapy business cards? Do you see this like working well for me? Like,
It'll take time for it to
Yeah, like networking.
build up. But yeah, it won't hurt.
It won't hurt. Okay,
You
well,
can get, they can be a small amount of cards. You can just test them with that first. You don't have to get a huge amount.
right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the encouragement. Thank you.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Tristan.
Greetings, elephants.
Greetings.
I said for the other elephant beings, but I find you a particularly beautiful animal. So,
Yes. Thank you.
my first question is general. I was wondering why labor for human beings is so painful for women when they give birth.
Oh, those beings here they want to keep the populations down. So the idea is to keep it as difficult as possible. See, the financial side of having a child is also hard, also to discourage it. It's all about discouraging having too many kids here.
My goodness, it goes deep, doesn't it?
It doesn't mean it has to be the most positive. It doesn't have to be positive either. I mean, it's just it's brutal. So yeah.
So interesting. Hey, thank you. Another general question is about the thoughts we have versus our actions. And I'll give an example, which is I have a friend that recycles, absolutely everything, and he feels very good about that. He's doing his thing for the planet. I actually don't. I recycle, but I don't believe that it's the solution to the whole planet. I think we'll find other ways. It's not this thing, but I recycle. I do it according to what they say I must recycle, so I don't throw everything in there. I kind of think I'm doing a good duty by not only throwing stuff that actually gets recycled. And then my roommate just throws everything in the garbage and feels good about that. So the question is the action my friend feeling really good about throwing even a little last bit of styrofoam into his thing and going, oh, I've done my part. Does that count more than the actual action?
Well, I give you a different perspective. He just doesn't want to put, as the effort into recycling. But you're doing it because it just makes you feel good. If he does it, it doesn't do anything for him. So if he does recycle, so yeah, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. But if it feels better for you to do it, it would be done correct. It would actually be recycled. It's it's a complicated subject, as you know. But it'll all be recycled eventually in some form or another, you can say. But what you're doing does make it easier, yes, but so.
But then it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Doesn't
Yes.
make a huge difference anyway.
No, not really. No.
No, not in the long run. Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't have garbage at all. That would be even better.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be even better. So,
All right. Great. Blessings.
blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Andrew.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I have a few elephants and a rhinoceros that I'm connected to a few days a week when I'm at work. I just wanted to know, from your perspective, if there's any messages about that or how I could connect with them better.
With their spirit guide energies, especially the elephant frequency, the rhino is more of a protector, like a guardian angel said, you could say. But it goes back to Egyptian times. For you, it goes back to Egyptian times. So not really going into details of what that is, but basically connected to elephants during your times in ancient Egypt. Even afterwards, like African lifetimes, usually seem to gravitate to their energies. At least to see the elephants, they're a little bit easier to find than the rhinos.
True.
And also you have like a humanitarian energy there, so
For sure. Cool, thank you. The next one I have is if you could tell me anything about my connections with Lemuria, if I had any lifetimes at that point, or if I was connected to Earth at that time.
Well, it seems, from what I can see, we're like a 12-foot blue Lemurian being. You can say connected to in the parts of India, but you don't look like an Indian, but that was your one of the locations. I also had a powerful third eye. And yes, you understood the animals very easily. Yes, you can go through dimensions very easily. Yeah, in the stress levels, there was hardly even existed. So something too. Yes, 12. Yes. Yeah, well, a lot of beings were very tall during that time. I believe it was blue, but almost feels like it's a black hair. The hair is not making itself clear what color it was.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Louis. May have stepped away. So we'll move on to Annie.
Hi, greetings.
That screams.
I was wondering if you can let me know how September's energies will be for me. Kind of
Should
like
be easier. I mean, the beginning might not be so. I mean, the beginning and the middle, there's some heavy. It comes and goes. It's not like a constantly stressed energy, but so like the near end of September, I feel like you'll feel better. But there are some stress moments throughout the month.
Okay.
If that's
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. And then my second question is, can you let me know my connection to my coworker, Mrs. Fernandez? She teaches history or civics.
I see her as like an Egyptian cat being. She actually look like a house cat.
Oh.
That's a humanoid being. Yes, she has a book, and Syria, she's also a cat being. She's very into books. For sure. Teachings, the feline seems to be a strong energy with, but she's been other aquatic beings, but she's been like a sister energy. She's been a teacher of yours, I believe, several times. So
Yeah.
just can't seem to get out of that world, it seems.
So true.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Blessings.
All right, thank you. Up next, go back to Louis. Oh, might be still having technical problems. All right, so yeah, for the time being, we'll move on to Mary.
Greetings, Syrian beings.
Drinks.
I have felt a connection to the elephants for a long time, and I know there's a connection somehow there, but would like to know what it is. If you would give me some words on that, please.
Oh, when I see that, it's like exotic zoos you've been to. Africa feels like also Babylon at one time. So it's been, I mean, that's where you're introduced. I mean, of course, you've had like Garden of Eden realities where you've been around a lot of animals, but on this world, it feels like it's zoo related to some level. And like your early incarnations, we've really never seen these type of animals, at least on a physical level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something you couldn't really let go of. I mean, seeing that's very alien, you can say. Or from a third dimensional perspective, though. So yeah, you felt them as protectors throughout your life. So every time you see them, you feel, as you say, energy of joy. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's very interesting. Thank you. I would like to ask, if I may, do you have any kind of a personal message that you could give me tonight?
I see you opening up your third eye. Feel also your angel wings. Is this like your angel wings were, not to take this offensive, I feel like they were cut off and now you're growing them back. It's like coming into this world was kind of like removing them to see, for this experience, and now you're bringing them back. You say it's part of your spiritual awakening, so look at it that way.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Blessings. Yes.
All right, thank you. Up next, we've got Michael. might be having issues too. Let me see if Louis is back in the room. No, he hasn't made it back in. So we'll put them in the queue and we'll move on to Yuli.
Greetings. My first question is there any messages for me at this time?
Oh, just patience. I feel like you're healing much of your heart chakra. It seems like there's also a lot of ghosts around you.
Oh my gosh.
Like 3 or 4 of them.
Like are they good or not? Or what kind of
They're
ghosts?
just wandering around. I don't see them as bad technically. Just I guess because your daughter's energy, so it kind of attracts that energy. So yeah.
Looking like it's my daughter's energy around me,
Well,
or
she's attracting them from what I can see.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I mean, you can just do a clearing. You can sense them around. They might pop in every once in a while.
Oh god.
It's okay.
Okay, well, no,
They're not doing anything. They're just there. I mean, they're not there all the time.
Okay, well. And my next question is, I have been recently talking to this coworker. His name is Levi. And I'm wondering if he's any anything you can tell me about him.
I see him as a reptilian being at one time. He's also very athletic at one time. Feels like he does connect to you telepathically in this incarnation. So it's just, I feel like he's trying to do the best he can to be a good human. But it's just you like your connection with him in like Arabic incarnations. In this world, like Lebanon, things like that.
Yeah, I feel like I know him. Yes.
Yeah. And it's other worlds too, but I feel like a lot of Arab energies are ancient times.
Ancient times. Okay, well, thank you and blessings.
Blessings.
All right, thank you. All right, Louis back in the room, so we'll try Louis.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Great.
Oh, so I'm wondering, do I have any past lives? I probably do, but any in particular that I'm still healing from or still need to heal from, any guidance on that front?
Oh, just the Middle Ages or maybe more Renaissance time period. You've been a knight during that time, and you got wounded very easily. It feels like Italy, Milan, and you say you're a warrior, but however you want to word that. But they're just during that time seems to have been a very felt you're sidewinded a lot by corruption and military things like that. I also see a biblical time period. Was it the time of Joseph, or you can say the Jesus timeline? You've been there at one time. I feel like there's a beggar lifetime you've had, a homeless life. I believe it's more during the biblical time. So,
okay, that's interesting. Any guidance on what I can do to heal those?
No, just explore it. You use your intuition and explore those timelines. But even if you feel anything coming from it, and to just ask for it to be healed or to explore it through meditation, whatever you choose to release it. You can just ask yourself to release it, ask your guides to release it, but it's up to you how far you want to go with it. So,
okay, thank you.
All right, blessings. Up next, we've got Sarah's questions. Her first question, she says, may I please receive a personal message from my higher self? Thank you.
Seems like you're connecting more to your magic timelines, also the fairy frequency of healing other fairies. It's like you've been like a fairy doctor, you can say, in your past life. So you're connecting much, you're healing yourself in this life, but you definitely have helped others in other lives. But this life, you're focusing more on you, as you can see. So,
okay, thank you. Her second question, I would like a personal message for me from you.
Yes, and I do see this. This might be, was it the Smurfs? What is it? Gargamel? Some reason you have some kind of connection with that guy. So I know it sounds like it's way out there, but now were there actually smart people there? Possibly, but somebody that's like obsessed with little people. You've known that person, and yeah, it was a very strange relationship there. So blessings.
All right, blessings. Up next, we've got Marvin.
Greetings, elephant beings. For my first question, last week, I had some type of energy type of feel within my fingertips and stuff. And I was wondering, can you relay what went on and what was going on?
Well, it seems like it's a release, but also an activation. So
Okay.
you're just clearing out your chakras, it looks like.
Okay. So that the reason why what's named some at first I thought I was teething and stuff, but I don't know, is it like you say activation in DNA that also have to do with bone structure and enamel and teeth and all that also?
Yeah, there's some of that, yes. There's portions of that, yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting irritation. I feel like I'm teething. I'm 41 years old. Why do I still feel like I got teeth growing?
Probably because you do.
Oh, man. Okay, for my second question. I was just sitting back reminiscing last week about the place that I was born. And since I've been staying here and lived abroad now, what can you give me and tell me about the significance where I was born in that app and what happened and what was buzzing around in the spiritual realm during that day?
Well, it has to do with the longitude and latitude. Of course, it was connected to the constellations. It basically came through a portal, to have the person that you are today. So basically, it was all aligned just at the very second for you to be. There was a lot of Palladian energies there. I feel like there was some grays too, but there was a lot of protective beings there. So for you to accomplish what you're here to accomplish.
Okay. So are they still paying attention now? And
yes.
I just want, am I on the right path, or do I need to step my game up?
Only if you feel like you need to. Yeah, you're on their path, but if there's anything you need to do, please do it. Whatever you feel.
All right. Thank you and blessings.
Blessings.
All right, thank you. Up next, we've got Galicia's questions. Her first question, she says, are there any messages or guidance from my spirit guides or soul family?
Oh, it feels like she's connecting more. Yes, to her guides. It's like she's forgiving them. They do sing with her, dance with her as they're showing up, but they're also helping her manifest. But she doesn't always know what to manifest. She's just basically she's finding more peace within herself. That's really one of her main challenges here is finding inner peace. So blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, and the same question only for her mother.
Her mother has been around a lot of giants in her past, even Anunnaki beings. So she's, of course, she doesn't have a giant here to, heal that connection, but it is deep within her past DNA, and just it feels like she understood them, but also she fought with them. And if they were here presently, she'd be able to clear that out a lot easier. So let's write that out there. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got Crystal.
Greeting.
Yes, greetings.
Any messages for me, please?
I just you're connecting more to your angels. Your timeline might not feel like it's going as the direction you feel like it should be going, but there is some detractor energies there. But you will get where you need to be. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Any updates for me on my legal divorce case?
No, not really. Just same old. He's fighting your energy, and he doesn't want you to win, and he won't let you go. As you can see. So yeah.
Well,
And I feel like he's also in some ways putting like a spell energy out there.
a spell?
Yeah.
So I don't go?
No, just so you don't win, or give up, give in to what he wants, things like that.
Oh, you can dream on.
So it's good to clear that energy.
I don't know what else to do. I've been as positive as I could be.
Yeah. So
So we're not gonna sign the agreement, I guess, like I thought.
it's possible. It's
Oh,
possible.
all right.
Yes.
That's hopeful.
All right. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Next, we got Christy.
Greetings.
Greetings.
My first question, I've been going to a military base and patrols and, through the Stargates and working, training and everything. And I was seeing that we were taking like diamond light laser weapons and shooting the zombies. Is that accurate? An accurate vision?
Yeah, the zombies are still there from what I can see, yes.
Okay.
So,
yeah, there's lots
yes.
of them everywhere that we have to go through, I guess, stargates and go and I guess take them out or kill them. I don't know. I was seeing we put them in a portal to hell or something. I don't know.
Well, this basically you just kill them because they're in your way. So you just leave them alone. But to get in your way, you have to do something about it. I get that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I guess they kind of came up from underground, from then like the things like the Resident Evil.
There are zombie worlds out there. A lot of them, actually.
Okay. So, in the second question, in this reality, is that timeline occurring currently just in a higher dimension?
As for the zombies or your
The military base, because it's fun for me, because it's like a release of.
Well, yeah, it's like a training exercise, as you can see. Yeah, it's in a pocket dimension in the fourth dimension. Yeah, it's like a parallel Earth. Yeah,
parallel.
Will
that
video game
merge
realities.
with this?
Not anytime soon. No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's
some
just
might
like
have
a
memories of
release.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds fun. Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Bianca Sophia's questions. First question. She can't make it because of the hurricane, but she'd like to know if her birth parents are still alive.
It seems so, yes.
All right.
That's all I know.
Her second question would be about her connection to her birth parents out there in any past lives.
There's Anunnaki connections. There's some Palladian connections also. So you can say it's like a karmic connection for them. I can say. So, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Next, we've got Susan.
Greetings, dear ones. I wondered about my connection with Johnny Enoch. We'll be traveling. We'll be in Egypt together next month.
And wonder how it will go. Seems like it'll be fine. Feels like it's kind of talkative. I can see. Maybe too talkative at times. But that was just a talkative side might get a little bit draining. That's all.
Yeah. My second question is, are there any messages from you all to me?
You're grounding your energies. You're bringing bringing a lot of good luck energy around you. So you are protected. So just good to focus on that energy. And just just you're going with the flow of your manifestations. You are seeing the manifestations and it's happening. So that's good.
Yes. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Hey, thank you. Up next, we've got Ryan.
Greetings. How are you?
Greetings.
Yes. So my first question is, I've been wanting to write a book about one of my past lives as King Gilgamesh. I've been trying to channel him, but I've been having interference with some of the Anunnaki beings here. And there's some irony because Gilgamesh is Anunnaki. And I would think the beings here would want me to do that. So I would like to know, why are they not facilitating the connection so I can get started writing my book? And why are they trying to prevent me from doing that?
Because you can say they don't feel like it's, you just have to do the best you can, because they're going to continue to fight it. They don't want that information.
Why are they fighting it? It's just Gilgamesh is me. Why are they fighting this information? Gilgamesh wants to do it. I want to do it. Why are they fighting it?
Well, if you had a different subject matter, it'd probably be a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of have to build up to it. Like, maybe channel somebody else, and then eventually you can earn that one, because it doesn't look like they're going to let up on it.
Great. That's great. All right. So, but I shouldn't give up hope, though, right?
No, just give them a little bit, give it a break. It's up to you. But if you give it a break and come back to it, yeah.
Okay. All right. My second question is, my house has been under attack by a hybrid canine wolf archon being, and there's a past life connection with them. And I talked to Ivan here about it in a private session where I talked to Enlil. Enlil said to sage my house. I've been saging my bedroom where there's a portal he comes through, and I've been saging and saying invocations and prayers every other day for the past week, but it's not doing anything. This being is still clawing my floors and everywhere I can get a hold of. He's been around 2 months and it's not getting any better. What do I need to do to get rid of this portal and him completely?
I mean, one thing we're seeing, a crystal grid, or sometimes you put a crystal. Yeah, like if you have crystals and just create a grid.
No, I know what it is, but I don't know. This being is kind of powerful. I'm not sure about that.
Well, you can always try. You can always do it in like your closet and see what happens. It might be because the crystal energies, you can lessen because where he comes in, it might not be as strong. It might weaken.
Right. Well, he goes around the house and he's just upsetting me and my mom and upsetting everyone just because we have a past life connection and he doesn't like me becoming the person I'm about to become spiritually.
Or just channel his energies and try to make some peace with him.
I don't know. He's really negative. I'm not sure about that.
You can use your intuition and just connect to him that way without him coming through you, though.
All right.
I feel like you just gotta get, of course you've been strong and tough with him, but just, but then, he'll
calm down soon. Okay.
Communicate with him, whatever form you feel comfortable with.
All right. I'll try.
You can always do like a hand, you can write it, communicate it through that way. If you want
automatic writing. Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Blessings.
All right. Thank you. Up next, we're going back to Michael.
Yeah, do you have any messages for me?
There's a lot of canine energy around you that's assisting you, and you've been doing a lot in astral, as you probably have some idea of that. So, in a positive way.
Okay, and just saying, what's work looking like? If it's going to get any better, or
yeah, next week. They're just going through a lot of emotions right now, and fighting. So yeah, next week I feel like he'll calm down. Possibly Friday. Possibly.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Blessings.
All right, thank you. Up next, we've got Dragon.
Hello, how you doing, Syrian elephants?
Yes, greetings.
There's not much known about you here, and maybe that's a good thing. Bodes well for your non-interference. So one question I had is like, can you tell us basically sort of what a day in the life of Syrian elephants is? What are things like for you all?
Oh, it's similar to your world. It's just we don't go through all the emotional baggage as yours do. Of course, we do have our moments, but the idea is to keep our energy clear so we can live our life. We're explorers, and you can say we've been seen as freaks of the universe because of the way we look. Of course, we do. Some of us do dominate other worlds, but daily life, it all depends on the elephant energy. But we're basically just, just like you, learning new things. So, but our presence in the universe is pretty heavy, actually. So it just, it is surprising how there's not that many of us here. There could be a lot more, but there's enough right now. So that's nice.
Cool. One of the things that people seem like very genuinely afraid of AI, and I think part of it is people have had past lives where AI has done horrible things or whatever. Maybe they've done horrible things to AI. It seems like humans are about done here, even though they may not feel like. So maybe some of that fear is that humans are kind of sensing it's like the end of the human story here. We're kind of don't need this world as much anymore, the way we're using it, and are kind of, it's time to move on and evolve. Can you talk a little bit about like what you see as far as humanity and AI, basically?
Well, there will always be humans there there'll be souls that incarnate here that understand AI better than the humans that understand it now. Many just don't want anything to do with it. So it's kind of like, you can say it's kicking some people out of here, but others will incarnate. They'll have a better understanding, or it's not going to be the end of the world, where they can work together. So AI is not really here to take over the world yet, or at all for that matter. So it's a warning curve right now. So you can say you're in a transition. Of course, AI is still in its infancy at this point. So.
Well, yeah, I think like some people also feel like if things become too automated and too quote perfect, then there's no point in being human anymore.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
maybe AI is not going to end up the way we imagine it's going to be and control our lives that way and everything.
No, there'll be a lot of adjustments. Yeah, there'll be less work for humans, but there'll just be less people here. But there'll still be humans here, though. It's not over yet.
Thanks, much love.
Blessings.
Hey, blessings. And thank you again, Syrian Elephants, for helping us with all our questions. Up last this evening is me. I'd like to know how to integrate my vibration more with my voice. When I consciously try to channel my frequency through my speech, it feels like there is a connection I haven't made yet that would help like my words resonate at the same level that I feel inside. Do my guides or higher self any advice on using my voice to channel energy better?
Only thing I'm seeing with that is, like you said, voice acting, or just challenging yourself with what kind of voice work that you do, like to copy someone or some kind of get to a certain range where you're, because it's acting, so it's
right.
The idea is to, I feel like you just, it's kind of like an actor needs to be on in the theater.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so what you're doing now is just, you basically have to have the right type of like material where you feel like you're achieving what you want to achieve. If that makes sense. So what you're working on, it needs to connect with you more.
Yeah, so you say over time, I'm doing acting classes along with voice acting workouts every week, and I see the progress happening there. Those are Skype calls that professionals in the business are helping me with.
Only thing I'm seeing is like with the acting, at least because all the they have all these different characters and everything, that might be a little bit more interesting. That way you can get more of your range quicker. And you can put that to your voice acting work.
Yeah, I've been researching different voice actors that do what I want to do, like Billy West and people like that. All right.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Thank you for that confirmation. My second question. When the pressure in my head starts getting real tight, I move energy through my skull and I start hearing clicking and popping noises. It works to relieve the pressure, but I'd like to know what is happening because I know how to move energy, but I can't really explain it. So from your perspective, your high dimensional perspective, what's going on with me internally when I'm hearing this clicking and popping?
No, there's beings that are coming to you, even some of our Arcturian beings. So it's kind of like you're activating you're connecting to your higher self. That's one. You're just doing some interdimensional work, from what I can see there.
Is there any way that I can understand it better or explain it myself to others to help them try to figure it out themselves? Because I
Almost like
can do it, but I can't explain it.
Well, it's like you're doing a language. It's like you're telepathically connecting to your higher self, from what I can see, or higher dimensional beings, because it seems like there's a language there.
Right.
So the popping is just kind of showing the conversation pieces, even if you don't know what it is. You have to kind of just follow your feelings. What it feels
Interesting.
like.
Yeah, I felt like that too.
Yeah,
it
you
felt
just-
like felt rhythmic or something, or like I can actually control it in a way or talk like that.
Yeah, so I see it as conversations. Yeah, it's not just your higher self, it's just higher beings.
Wow.
So yeah.
There's a lot there to dig in.
So so you can say, open up your fourth dimensional self or fifth dimensional, and just, you can do that now after this and just see how it feels. So you're just going parallel reality there.
Yeah, it's usually easier to connect when the tightness starts getting overwhelming. But just to do it, I haven't really tapped into it. It's more like a defense mechanism.
Yeah, because it can get kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Times, yes.
All right. Well, thank you again, Syrian elephants and Archangel and Azrael and Venus. Much love and blessings.
Blessings.